Hello, everyone. A very good evening and a very happy new year to all of you. Welcome to the first rehearsal of 2023 for the marvellous Choir of the Earth. It's quite something, isn't it? 2023. This choir that was founded in 2020. We're entering the fourth year of our existence. Of course, the anniversary is not till March, but feels kind of momentous, doesn't it, everyone? A new year, some wonderful new music, some new challenges, some new choristers joining us, some old friends coming back after a little break. You are all so very welcome. And again, can we wish you all a very happy new year? I hope those of you who had Christmas enjoyed it enormously. Those who celebrated Hanukkah and Kwanzaa, just happy new year, happy Christmas, happy Hanukkah. Welcome back, everyone, and what a gorgeous work we are coming back to. As it is getting dark here, once again, we are bringing the lights, the Lux Aeterna, in the form of Rutter's Requiem. Now, we're no stranger to a Requiem here on this channel. We've done a couple, just a couple. But this one, well, this is a very special piece. I shall be talking a bit more about it once we get started. I have, as always, to do my sound checks, so just bear with me. Wonderful to see so many people here already. Hundreds and hundreds of people waiting to sing this gorgeous music. Well, just wait a little longer if you don't mind. Keep chatting if you're here live. If you're watching later on, hope you all had a great break. And just check that everything's working. Actually, let's play that nice little harp part. Lovely. Splendid, so that's working. And what we're going to do tonight, everyone, we've got all the tracks ready to enjoy. So we're going to have a performance of the Rutter Requiem by the fabulous Fieri Consort with Richard Gowers on organ. We're going to get to hear the whole thing from beginning to end. We'll talk about how we're going to work on this piece in terms of the structure and when we're going to do things like live recording and so on. Everything will be contained within this launch. But I thought, what a perfect way to kick things off again after our break than to sit and enjoy the beautiful sound of this glorious work as performed by, well, the best choir in the world at doing this kind of thing, which of course is the Fieri Consort. So let's check the tracks are all working. Here's the Requiem Eternam. Good. Here's Out of the Deep. I have to say, I'm not going to play you any more of that. I have a feeling this Out of the Deep is going to be one of those Quanta Qualia moments. See what you think, but just 4 words. Out of the Deep. It really is a stunning piece, a wonderful recording. I can already tell you're going to love it. Here is Pia Jesu. Lovely. Sanctus. Lovely. Agnus Dei. Oh, yes. The Lord is my shepherd. More on all of this in a moment. And the Lux Aeterna. Splendid. There we go. So tracks all working. I've got the acoustic here in Patchway if I need it. I'm not sure I'm necessarily going to need it today. I've got my score. I hope you've all got yours. And I'm going to welcome you all as we've got 5 minutes before we officially start. As always, I'm going to welcome everyone who's catching up with this broadcast later on. We have, well, at the moment, 200 people watching this broadcast live, but many hundreds more will watch this later on. And just thank you for catching up. Of course, it's a very busy time of year, so I do hope you enjoy. And thank you, no matter what time of day it is, morning, afternoon, evening, middle of the night, whenever you're watching it. Welcome. Hello to everyone who's here live but not necessarily chatting away, because it's quite a fast-moving chat tonight with so many people here bubbling and ready to get on after a Christmas break. Well, those of you watching but not necessarily in the chat, a very good evening to you, in particular to Helene and Bill and Val in California, and to anyone else who is watching. And then hello all of you. It is a very fast-moving chat, isn't it? Gosh, and lots of familiar faces and lots of people who we haven't seen for a while, and lots of new people. If you are new, you're so welcome. And my name is Ben. It's my huge privilege and pleasure to be the musical director of this choir. If you're watching and this is your first time at the choir, well, do consider popping up here in the live chat. Just start typing, say hello, it's my first time. And there will be a swarm of lovely choristers who will come and look after you and make you feel very welcome. Now let me have a look. We've got loads of people, so I'm going to do my best to welcome you all by name. So have a quick glance down the comments in case, because YouTube gives me a list of everyone who's been chatting in the last few moments. So if I miss you off this list, I am sorry, but this is what YouTube's telling me, so don't blame me. blame YouTube. Okay, so deep breath. Good evening, Adrian. Hello, Alison. Hello, Andrea. Hello, Andrew. Hello, Angela. Hello, Anna. Hello, Annalisa. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Bev. Hello, Bigot. Hello, Brenda. Hello, Brenda. Hello, Breda. Hello, Bridget. Hello, Carol and Rob. Hello, Carol. Hello, Caroline. Hello, Catherine. Hello, Mark. Happy New Year. Hello, Christine. Hello, Christine. Hello, Colette. Hello, Deborah. Hello, Dorothy. Hello, Eileen. Hello, Elizabeth. Hello, Kat. Hello, Emma. Hello, Francis. Hello, Frida. Hello, Ramona. Hello, Jeffrey. I've now got to start clicking to keep up with this. Hello to Glennis. Hello, George. Hello. Oh, I've really got to start clicking fast now. So many people. Hello, Jill. Hello, Gillian. Hello, Gina. Hello, Glennis. Hello, Gloria. Hello, Graham. Hello, Hazel. Hello, Helen. Hello, Epi. Hello, Iris. Hello, Jackie. Hello, Jane. Hello, Jane. Hello, Jill. Hello, Joe. Hello, Joyce. Hello, Judith. Hello, Judith. Hello, Karen. Hello, Catherine. Hello, Kathy. Hello, Leslie. Hello, Linda. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Liz. Right, now clicking even faster. Hello, Lucy. Hello, Linda. Hello, Mary. Hello, Marianne. Hello, Megan. Hello, Michael. Hello, Nicholas. Hello, Nicola. Hello, Nikki. Hello, Pam. Hello, Pam and Den. Hello, Pamela. Hello, Paul and Nancy. Hello, Peter. Hello to... Gosh, there's so many people here. It's moving so quickly. Hello, Philomena. Hello, Robertson Jean. Hello, Rowena. Hello to Ruth. Hello, Ruth. Hello, Sandra. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Soraya. Hello. Oh, I'm going to have to catch up with this list if I can just get to the bottom of it. Hello, Seamus. Hello, Stephanie. Hello, Susanna. Hello, Stephanie. Hello, Suzanne. Hello, Suzanne. Hello, Tamsing. Hello, Terry. Hello, Ulla. Hello, Vic. Hello, Wendy. Hello, Wendy. Hello, Yuko. And I'm sure I've missed off lots of people. So there's Adele as well. Let me just quickly glance down. Hello, Lucy. Hello, Karen. Hello, Wendy. Hello, Anne. Hello, Ali. Wonderful to see so many people. Hello to Hazel. Thank you for that. Hello, Denise. Oh, wonderful. Hi, Judy. Wonderful. Lots of people watching on phones. Don't worry if you're watching on a phone. It is really difficult to tap in people's names, particularly when they've got long names. And if they are silly enough to put the BEM or something, it makes it even harder to type. So don't worry about it. You're also very welcome. Great. Well, I do hope you all had a good break for Christmas. As I'll say in a minute, I think the Britain Serenade of Carols and O Holy Night was absolutely superb. Just the most phenomenal piece of art. It really was. It was a piece of Christmas art. Absolutely beautiful. The video which Mark created was exceptional. The singing, the music, it was just wonderful. So congratulations to all of you. I hope you've watched it a dozen times each. It does appear to have many thousands of views. And make sure you start watching it nice and early next year. Okay, it's the kind of piece that will definitely pay dividends. Particularly if you come back to it next year. I can't. It's all still there, but it's so lovely to hear it again. It'll all bring it back. Wonderful. Well, hello to Angie. Hello to Kitty. Hello, Helen. Hello, Joyce. Great to see you all. There's Jane as well. Watching at Bristol Airport. Oh, fabulous. Off to Alicante. Well, that sounds nice. Bring us some nice weather. Well, look, everyone, we should get started as we've got some beautiful music to listen to. We're going to go all the way through the Requiem by John Rutter this evening. So if you could please make sure you have your scores ready. It is a work that's very much in copyright, so we can't show any of the score on screen, but there will be a little bit of screeny goodness, okay, to help you, as this is the launch after all. So do make sure you have everything you need for the session. In particular, a nice big smile. Rutter's music will do that. And do enjoy, everyone. So here we go. Full screen. A very, very good evening and a very happy new year to all of you. Thank you so much for joining us, Choir of the Earth, and anyone who's coming along to this public launch session. This is the first session of 2023, and we are launching straight in on the 2nd of January with the Requiem by John Rutter. Now, we are no stranger to the work of John Rutter here on the channel. His music was the second that we looked at after Handel's Messiah, so very much an early supporter of ours and a friend of the choir. Now, this Requiem Mass, well, I'll be talking to you about it in a minute. It was composed, or finished at least, in 1985. I'm sure there are many people out there who have performed it. I've been lucky enough to sing in it and conduct it a number of times, and it is absolutely lovely. As I've been saying, you will need to have your own score, either a paper score or a digital score if that's available, as we can't show any of the music on screen. But so let's start off with a little bit of a gentle warm-up and a roll of the shoulders. I'll be talking in a minute once we start properly about which moves we're doing and which week and so on, but the plan for tonight is just to enjoy listening and singing along with those who want to, and just getting a sense of how the work's put together. So let's roll our shoulders back, please, and roll them up to our ears. Deep breath, and as you breathe out, let your shoulders fall and relax. Here we go. Lovely. And just roll that head around. Stretch the muscles out. Being very gentle with yourselves. Lovely. Fabulous. Now, for some of us, myself included, this is going to be the first time we've sung, perhaps since Christmas. Some people, I'm sure, have been busy between, but I tend to have a bit of a break. So it's been a week. I wonder whether the vocal cords are going to work. Well, let's do everything we can to start the engine nice and softly. Let's just take a nice deep breath in, everyone. We're going to just a very, very soft sigh. Here we go. Lovely. And let it move right down into your chest cavity. Another nice deep breath, slightly louder. Lovely. And again, nice deep breath, even higher, even lower. And as it drops, drop your jaw with it. Again, lovely deep breath, and splendid. Quick sip of drink. Stay hydrated. It's very much a case of those of us who are still suffering from various ailments. It's amazing how quickly your voice decides it doesn't want to work if you haven't been using it every day. So just be gentle with yourselves. Let's do a little bit of gentle humming. Just up and down that simple little scale passage. Nice deep breath. Here we go. And again. And again. Indeed. Let's sing. Splendid. Thank you very much indeed. Now, just for the sopranos and tenors, up at that octave to Ma, and Ma, 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 and again, Ma, 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 one more, Ma, 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 Ma. Wonderful. Thank you so much, everyone, and do please have a sip of your drink, whatever you're drinking this afternoon. Stay hydrated. Lots of people have joined us live since we started the chat, so very good evening to everyone who's joined us. Happy New Year to all of you, and welcome to this launch session for Rutter's Requiem. Now, I'm going to press my magic button here and hope that this works. It does! Marvellous. So there is Dear John, a good friend of the choirs. We have performed, I think, more of his music than pretty much anyone else, if you consider the fact we started this choir pretty much with 7 pieces. We've since gone on to record a number more for things like summer school and Christmas, but this is a full work. Okay, this is a full piece rather than an individual movement. This is a 7-movement requiem. As you can see here on screen, because you can all read, it was completed in 1985. I say completed because there were elements of this piece that started life before Rutter decided to write the Requiem. His father died a couple of years before he started working on this piece, and it's dedicated to John's father, dedicated LFR. And Rutter himself was given a very interesting opportunity, he says. He was given the chance to actually go and see Fauré's Requiem, the original score, and he made his way over to Paris when it became clear that this work was available to be studied by scholars, and it was meeting this piece of music that really inspired him to write this piece. So having met Fauré's Requiem in person, as it were, and I know the feeling when I got to meet Messiah and to actually turn the pages, you feel a connection with the piece that is very powerful. And so meeting Fauré's Requiem in person inspired the creation of this wonderful piece. And what is particularly interesting is you can tell that Rutter used Fauré's Requiem as his model. For one thing, it's got the same number of movements, and Rutter has, in the way that Fauré was as well, been rather free with the text. That's not to say that Fauré omitted anything, but Rutter omits some elements from the traditional Requiem text. If you think about Verdi's setting or Mozart's setting, all that fire and brimstone, a Dies Irae and so on, there is really very little of that in Rutter's Requiem. And Rutter inserts psalm settings, and in some cases even uses elements of the Book of Common Prayer interwoven with the Latin text to create something that is, well, very accessible, very beautiful. And Rutter was interviewed about this, and he said he made no apologies for the fact that he's written this. He said he had his father in mind when he wrote the piece, so that the style that he uses, it is not particularly niche. It's very much accessible for everyone. He said he wanted to write it so his father could imagine his father sitting on the front row and appreciating the music. So there is a little bit of background to the piece, everyone, and you can see from my little slideshow here there are 7 movements in total, and you can see them here. From Requiem Eternam at the start through to Lux Aeterna. And this is how I've planned the 6 weeks of our course, because we're starting, of course, this week with sectional rehearsals. And we'll start with Requiem Eternam, and we'll look at that this week. Next week, Out of the Deep. Week 3, we'll look at both the Pier Jesu and the Sanctus, as they are shorter movements from a choir point of view. Agnus Dei, week 4. Lord is my shepherd, week 5. And then Lux Aeterna in week 6. Now, because I want to spend a good chunk of time working on these movements, I thought it would be better, rather than kind of cramming them into multiple movements and then having lots of time at the end for live recording, let's try this term where we will learn the movements. So tomorrow, for example, in a sectional rehearsal, we will look at Requiem Eternam, and then we will run a live recording session at the end of each sectional rehearsal. So it's entirely up to you. If you want to have your recording devices at your sectionals, just bring them along. I'll tell you when to start and we'll clap and so on. And then we will sing the movement twice at the end of each of the sectional rehearsals. That is the plan. Okay, we're trying this one out. And so as you go through, you come along, you learn the piece, you record it, and you can come back, of course, and record it with the conducting tracks. But I think that might be a way to increase the excitement and make things a little bit more interesting. And I think to, again, increase the number of submissions that we get. So that is an optional live recording. You can come back to it, of course, and record it later on. But that's what we're going to give it a go and see how we get on. Lots of people saying they like that idea in the comments. And remember, if that way of recording is not for you, I'm going to go back full screen. If live recording is not for you, if you'd much rather record in the traditional Choir of the Earth manner, what we call Choir of the Earth Classic, then all you need to do is to use the conducting videos, which will be coming out every week alongside the teaching, and you can record it any way you like. And many of you will record both ways, as you did for Christmas, and many thanks to you for that. So I've done lots of talking. It's time to turn over to the wonderful Fieri Consort and Richard Gowers on the organ and the music of John Rutter. So what I've done for you here, everyone, if I just bring this back on screen, is I have a translation of the text, and so as we go through, you'll be able to obviously hear the wonderful singing, and you will be able to read the translation on screen. There are a few bits I just want to say about this first movement. We are going to be adding in a couple of instrumental elements, in particular the sound of a harp and an oboe later on. So there are a couple of little bits that you'll see written in the accompaniment that won't be on this recording. That will be added in at the end, so when you hear the whole thing put together later this year, it's going to be super special with all those extra instruments. Might add a timpani as well. We'll see. So everyone, let's enjoy this first movement. This is just sublime from my point of view. I remember the first time I sang this piece, I think I was 14 or 15, and I absolutely loved it. I loved it. I'd already sung Rutter's Gloria and quite a lot of his shorter pieces, but this is the first time I was absolutely, well, really genuinely moved by Rutter's music. And so we have an opening which is at times really quite challenging harmonically. Lots of influence of British composers like Holst and also Herbert Howells. You hear a lot of him. You also hear a little bit of Franck and so on. So quite a lot of interesting contemporary influences. But then after, I think, 3 pages or so, we get into more of a traditional Rutter tune, a very beautiful tune with some modal elements. It gets a bit more animated in the middle for Thou Lord art worshipped, or it's fitting that a hymn should be raised unto thee in Zion. And then at the end for the Kyrie eleison, Christe eleison, we're back to this beautiful tune. Here it is, everyone. Here is Requiem Eternam. Isn't that just gorgeous? There we are, everyone. That's the first movement of Rutter's Requiem, Kyrie eleison. And again, watching your comments, it's very clear, those of you that don't know the piece, saying, gosh, the opening is particularly interesting and challenging, and some of those chords are really very, very crunchy and very nice before it moves into more familiar terms with that very beautiful little tune, and with that lilting, it has that feeling, hasn't it, of a prayer, of pleading, which of course is the point. And that middle section with the vibrant, exciting rhythms, et tibi redetto votum in Jerusalem, we're going to have a lot of fun with this first movement. Of course, it is the job of our first week to sing this all the way through. So that is the first movement. Do please have a sip of drink. Hope you enjoyed that. It's so lovely to see so many people here live, and of course many more watching later on, and lots of people we haven't seen for ages, and lots of new people as well. So really hope you're enjoying. And again, isn't the Fieri consort just wonderful? Absolutely wonderful. Now, Out of the Deep. Well, I think this one is going to be the Conte Qualia of this term. It really is just gorgeous. This is a setting of Psalm 130, and it is really interesting from a stylistic point of view. What John has done here is he's written it as if it's a lost spiritual, a lost piece of American gospel music, with lots of those influences, the same sort of modal, slightly bluesy sound. It's absolutely wonderful. And with the solo cello, which I'm afraid to say, a bit of an oversight, don't have the name of the cellist yet. I'll find out for next week. But there's a friend of Richard Gowers who came in and she recorded for us, so we will find out. Mark, can you remind me? Find out the name of our wonderful cellist. So I really do think you're going to love this. It's a phenomenal performance. Just before we've sung a note of it, it's a wonderful performance. Here, everyone, is Out of the Deep, and this is our week 2 piece. Get a load of this. Here we go. Well, that's quite something, isn't it? Isn't that just the most wonderful piece of music? And you can hear Choir of the Earth singing that incredible word is my trust. That is going to be a very, very special piece. I can tell already that one is going to fit Choir of the Earth like a glove. And of course you can record multiple parts. We're going to have such a lot of fun learning that one. And it's going to go together. Now it's the cellist is Laura. Let me just scroll up the comments because there's lots. Laura Peribanez Artero. So to Laura, our cellist, I had to how to say her name properly. What stunning playing. And of course Richard Gowers and the Fieri Consort. I mean, you could listen to that on the radio very happily and think, oh, that's a great recording. Just wait till we've recorded along with it. Right, everyone. So now Pia Jesu, and this, of course, we've leapt over any trace of a Dies Irae. All right, we're not going to worry about Day of Vengeance and Days of Burning. We have Out of the Deep and straight into Pia Jesu. Okay, Lacrimosa, no Lacrimosa in this one. No tears. Just beautiful music. So the Pia Jesu is a soprano solo with some interjections from the main choir. So in week 3 we will look at this and the Sanctus as they're tiny little bite-sized pieces compared to some of the others. So let's enjoy this lovely Pia Jesu. I'm pretty certain it is Hannah singing this solo. I wonder if Mark can fill in and let us know. But otherwise, here's Pia Jesu, everyone. Do enjoy.
Requiem Eternam.
Lovely. And again, if you think about the Fore Requiem, of course, the Pie Jesu is at the heart of that lovely work. And here again, we have not a treble solo, but a soprano solo. With some beautiful interjections from the main choir, and that one is going to be lovely to sing and lovely to present Hannah's beautiful solo, just as we did with Ashley's solo at Christmas time. So that is the beautiful Pie Jesu. Now, Sanctus is the next movement. This is number 4 in the score, and we're at the halfway point of the Requiem here. And the thing about this, well, it's short, and it is very bell-like. In fact, in the original orchestration, you have glockenspiel and all sorts of other bright percussive instruments playing the main theme. You've also got lots and lots of fourths. Okay, those of you, I saw some mention, someone made a comment, it was probably Nikki, about Star Trek. And last one, with this one. It's definitely some Star Trek hidden in the middle of this one, along with a very bright, vibrant sound and a bright, heavenly bound tune where we sing Hosanna, Hosanna in excelsis. And if you think about some of the music we've done recently, everyone, particularly things like A Cappella Wonders 3, some of the more vibrant Renaissance pieces, things like Hosanna to the Son of David, there's a little bit of influence from that, these fast-running hosannas. So here is Sanctus, it's movement number 4. Just have in mind a bright, vibrant, bell-like sound. That's why I've chosen this picture of sort of God rays punching through the clouds. So here we go, everyone. Here is Sanctus. There we are, everyone. You see what I mean? Fast and furious, but some really lovely, lovely tunes. And again, just thinking back to that Renaissance style and earlier, the medieval style tunes in canon. Well, here we have it again. It's almost as if a lot of these composers are using the same techniques in different ways. So very much harking back there to both A Cappella Wonders 3 and, of course, the Britain, which used a lot of these techniques as well. I think just at this point, it's worth pointing out that Rutter, of course, it came after Britain in terms of the history of composing. He will have been very much influenced by Benjamin Britten, I think, in that movement. Okay, everyone, so the Agnus Dei. And this is a movement that when I first learnt it, I would have been, let's say, 14 or 15. I was singing tenor at the time. And let's move on to the next slide for this one. And I found this movement distinctly challenging from a pitch point of view. There are some really quite demanding chords and demanding sections, and I really would have loved to have had the one voice louder parts and the Fieri consort singing in my ear for this. So we're very lucky to have the resources that we do have. The thing is, this movement it very much calls back to the first movement in that you have a sort of crunchy opening, some of the more, I suppose, challenging, both in terms of the way to sing and also to listen to. Some of the harmonies are really quite discordant, and that's on purpose. And that then sweetens into I am the resurrection and the life at the end. Of course, these texts have all been inserted into the text and around the Agnus Dei. So you have the main Latin, Agnus Dei, qui tollis peccata mundi, dona eis requiem. But you also, as you can see here, have man that is born of a woman hath but a short time to live, and I am the resurrection and the life, saith the Lord. So various beautiful text inserted into the main Agnus Dei to give you a sense of a journey almost from despair through to joy and hope in the resurrection, which then leads into the Lord is my shepherd. Have a listen to it. I think for some of you the opening is going to be one of those 10 listens, but I guarantee everyone will adore the ending and all the close harmony. So here is Agnus Dei. And just to say, this one became my favourite, having been the most challenging of all. So here we go, everyone. you are, everybody. Great to see your comments flying in as we're listening to this live. Lots of people saying that sounds like a piece of film music, maybe Lord of the Rings. Other people saying it reminds them of The Armed Man, Mass for Peace. Well, of course, this predates all of that. This is a wonderful piece of writing. What I do think is interesting is, having recently sung, of course, John's Ukrainian prayer, there are elements of that, the harmonic shifts that he chose for the Ukrainian prayer. There are several that he uses at the end of that Agnus Dei that gives you that sense of majesty without being too, to use John's word, accessible. You know, creates these wonderful... to me, it reminds me of the chorus at the end of a biblical epic. You know, a big DeMille film or something, with a choir singing and angelic chord progressions. Glorious. And just imagine, of course, Choir of the Earth singing with your wonderful sound, Connor's wonderful mixing. It's going to be superb. Now, the next movement, again, doesn't really belong in the Requiem Mass, but John has decided to include The Lord is My Shepherd, and I think it makes perfect sense. This is not a Requiem which is reminding us in a classical or romantic way about the fires of hell and Dies Irae and burning and so on. This is actually a much more gentle Requiem in the style of Fauré, that is much more soothing and much more comforting. And so this beautiful setting of The Lord is My Shepherd, which was originally composed in 1978, so a good 6-7 years before the Requiem was composed, this is absolutely lovely. Now, some of you will have sung this perhaps in your other choirs, in your church choirs, and we will be adding in both a harp part and a solo oboe. So at the beginning, what I'll do for tonight is I'll play in the oboe part on the piano, because it does miss that all-important element, but we will add in some additional instruments for this beautiful setting of The Lord is My Shepherd. So here we go. Take it away, Fieri. How's that? Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my goodness me. I mean, I've been listening to this piece the last few days since Josh delivered the tracks. And as always, playing it for you, knowing that you folks are out there enjoying listening and, as Mark's saying, going, wow, 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 wow. Isn't it just the most wonderful piece? What a great way to start our 2023. So there is one more movement left to enjoy, and John, being the consummate professional and superb composer that he is, well, he brings back the theme from the opening to wrap up the piece in the same way that so many of the requiems that we know and love do. Mozart's, of course, not that Mozart had much of a choice in the matter, but there's a lot of evidence to say that he would have repeated the movement, the first movement at the end. It's not to say John does a direct repeat, he just calls back to it, uses the same tune with some slightly different chords underneath. And the opening of this is particularly lovely. Again, elements of slightly more challenging British and European choral sounds here. Again, lots of Howells, lots of Britain. Those of you that know your Herbert Howells, particularly his settings of things like the Magnificat and Nunc Dimittis, will be hearing all sort of little shiny chords in there. But let's enjoy this. Lux Aeterna. Now, there's a little bit of English at the start. I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, blessed are the dead who die in the Lord, for they rest in their labours, even so saith the Spirit. And then we're back to Requiem Eternam. So here we go, everyone. This is the last movement to take us through to the end of today's session. Here we go. So there we have it, everyone. All 7 movements of Rutter's Requiem. That's our next 6 weeks laid out for us. And what a glorious piece it is. Can we thank everyone involved in creating these tracks for us? As always, to Richard for his brilliant organ playing, to Laura the cellist, and of course the Fieri consort, who have done a magnificent job through December while the rest of us were recording the Britain. They've been recording that. Josh, the wonderful Josh Cooter, has mixed all of this over the Christmas break and has got it all ready for us here on the 2nd of January. So can we thank Fieri and what in particular Josh for all the work that's gone into that. A sublime recording for us to learn along with, and of course imagine what that's all going to sound like when it's all mixed together. Now there is so much still to talk about when it comes to this year. I think we'll wait till next week before we start talking about what's over the fence in terms of things like other courses, but of course it's things like Carmina Burana and the Monteverdi Vespers. So I think our 4th year of singing together is absolutely going to be our very best. I do hope you've enjoyed today. To those of you that have come along as a bit of a taster, or maybe to see whether or not you want to be part of this, I'm sure you'll agree, with music of this quality, you absolutely need to be part of our first Requiem. I think this is our first Requiem since the Mozart. We did a whole load of them. I think, someone's going to tell me I'm wrong, but I think this is our first Requiem in 2 years. So I'm looking forward to this being our follow-up album to the Mozart Requiem. Enjoy the rest of your evening, everyone. I look forward to seeing you for your sectional rehearsals this week. If you can, if possible, bring along your live recording equipment. If you want to record along at the end of your sectionals, we're going to start them with our rehearsals this week. Of course, you can record anytime you like otherwise. So take care, everyone. I'll see you very soon for your sectional rehearsals, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Happy New Year all. Looking forward to a really exciting year ahead. Take care. Bye-bye.